Hello there folks, it's me RJB from RJB TV, and today we're gonna be looking at two very good players, Brain and Tack. And you might be wondering, who the hell is Tack? Tack is Meppo, and as most of you know by now, Meppo is a very good 1v1 player. Very good 1v1 player. He kind of arrived new on the scene in 2022, although he does have a history that goes way back to at least 2019. He kind of turned into a Gosu, an expert among experts, only in, I'd say, 2022 or 2021. One of those 2 years. He showed up and announced himself with all of his skills to the world and became instantly famous amongst the fastest map players in Korea. And since then, his name has spread worldwide on my channel and Joe Casticast's channel, and he is now considered to be one of the elite. At least, I consider him to be one of the elite. Because he is. He's very good. He's very good. So, and Brain, of course, you know, the best player in the world, and has been for the past 5 years on fastest map. Little footnote there. He starts off with a barracks first here into a supply depot on the 6 o'clock spawn location, and we have Tack here on the 1 o'clock spawn location going for a Dragoon build order. The build order he sometimes likes to go for when he's on a corner spawn, and then there will be all sorts of trickery involved, like maybe fast start Templars or something along those lines. He just has a lot of tricks up his sleeves. You can never ever be at peace and rest at ease when this guy is out on your map looking to kill you. He just has a lot of different things up his sleeve. It's a lot of fun to watch him play. Now, Brain is going for a double barracks, might go for a triple barracks, but that is unlikely. Yeah, no triple barracks. He's taking some risks here. Actually, he's gonna go for a third barracks. Okay, he's not taking risks. Like, sometimes I see Brain go for some more risky build orders because his micro is very good, and he feels that he can get away with less and achieve more with less, because his micro is so extremely good. But this time around, he's not taking the risk, going for a triple barracks. His gas is delayed. A delayed gas is a little bit bad against a fast Cybercore triple Dragoon gateway build order, because of course Dragoons will have range pretty early, and because the gas comes out so late for the Terran, it's going to be difficult to fight against that. And Brain is going for a command center, and he's skipping out on making Marines because he hasn't been found yet, and he hasn't found Tack yet either. So he's going to go for a command center before producing any more additional Marines. And this delays the gas even more. He just doesn't know what Tack is doing. And Tack's Dragoons will spawn, I'd say, right on time to kill the Marines and prevent them from killing any probes. And that is going to be the point in time where Brain is going to realize that this game is going to become very difficult for him to win. It's going to be very difficult for him to win. So the fight starts out. The fight breaks out. The Marines both go down. Sorry, I had to check the sound settings. Maybe bad timing, but the 2 Marines go down. He finds all the information he needs, and now he has to adjust his game plan very quickly. Gas has been finished. He only just now started mining gas. He's getting an academy because he needs Marine range. He needs 2 bunkers in the front as well, maybe 3 or 4 bunkers to make sure the Dragoons cannot get in. And we're getting a proxy pylon there from Tack, because Tack will most likely go for a proxy robotics. Very smart gameplay here. Gonna get that robotics there in the middle of the map. After the pylon, of course. 200 gas is coming up. And there comes the robotics. That robotics is extremely close to Brain's choke. Extremely close. And he's getting gateways there as well. So he's now switching away from making Dragoons, and he's going into Zealots. He's saving up the gas for a support bay and for the Reaver. We might see one more round of Dragoons coming out, but first, range is going to finish up for the Dragoons, and he's going to hammer away on the bunkers. There's one SUV in the front. One SUV in the front One SCV will not be enough to repair, but he's splitting the Dragoons up. 2 more Marines, SCVs coming out there to the front. A scan is out on the map. He scanned Tack's main base, and he sees that there's no technology being built at home because it's being built here on the middle. Tack is playing really interestingly, because this specifically I've seen done by 458, but 458 did not add the gateways on the middle. He did not add the gateways on the middle. Support base on the way. We have factory on the way. Marine range is finished up, so the Dragoons have to step out of that range and stay at a safe distance. But a tank is going to be very delayed. He still has to finish it's finished, the factory, but he has to get a machine shop. After the machine shop, he's going to have siege mode and tank, and it's going to take him until at least 6.5 minutes in before he has a tank to fight back with. And we can already see that a Reaver is on the way. And there's a lot of Dragoons on the middle, all the Zealots there as well. This is a very strong, hyper-aggressive build order from Tack that's almost never ever used by anyone. Almost no one ever does this. And I'm wondering why, because this looks very, very strong. This looks very, very strong. So more Dragoons coming out. Reaver on the middle will soon be out. We'll then start hitting the bunkers, and when the bunkers start getting hit, that's going to be GG. Because there's literally nothing that Brain can do to defend himself against this. And it all comes back to that command center before producing any more Marines and before getting a gas. Okay, Reaver in the front, trying to take it down, but the Dragoons protect the Reaver. Reaver's going to have free shooting power and time on the bunkers. He goes in with the entire force, and that's an overpowering army that Brain simply cannot defend against. This is a very, very interesting strategy. Very interesting strategy, and absolutely perfectly executed with a little bit of build order luck in Tack's favor, but Tack is absolutely mowing Brain down. He's showing him how it's done. Brain got absolutely ass blasted right to the moon, into space. Nothing he can do about this. Calls GG, and Tack comes home with the victory in game number 1. Very well played. Highly impressive game. Very, very impressive game by him. Very impressive game. Let's go over to game number 2. We're going to do 2 games today, and the remaining games will be split up over the week. Let's load up game number 2 and see what's going to go down, what is going to transpire. How is Brain going to strike back against Tack? How is he going to deal with this absolute madman who just displayed a very interesting build order and made it work like a master. I'm honestly expecting more people to go for that specific build order from now on, because that was some real good stuff. That was an amazing build order. How is Brain going to adjust his game plan? How is he going to prepare himself for the aggression from Tack? And maybe Tack is going to do something completely different. Maybe he's going to revert back to a normal, orthodox build order. Something more traditional. What is he going to do? So no gas. No gas, of course, rules out that he's going to go for the very aggressive Dragoon build order, because he would have to have started the gas at 8 supply. And he's now on 9, no gas. And that means he's either going to go for double gateway Nexus or Nexus double gateway. Nexus double gateway carries a lot more risk, but gateway Nexus carries pretty much no risk whatsoever, gives you Zealots to fight back with, and that is what he's going to do. He's going to have Zealots to fight back with or to attack with, and then a Nexus comes out after he starts to do Zealots. Whereas Brain is going for a mech build order, but he's going for the safe mech build order, the safer option, where he goes for a barracks at 8 supply, then a supply depot, then a gas in the back. Then he's going to have enough gas for a single factory very soon, and then a second factory shortly after, maybe even a third one. Now he's not closing off his entrance yet, because he's looking for Tack, his base, and hoping that Tack does not have a choke finished yet. Like, this gives him a little bit of rushing potential. But he checks the chokes and doesn't find Tack. He's expecting a pylon in the front, and it's not there yet. He was there too early because this is going to be the pylon that he missed. So Brain is like, where the hell is this guy? Where is this person at? And he's actually going the complete wrong direction. Turns out even Brain makes these kinds of mistakes. This is a good argument against scouting only the chokes. It's a good argument against it. It's a pretty good argument against it. And Tack, likewise, finds that choke by Brain, and he's going to attack that choke while a Marine, well, 2 Marines are out of the base. He's going to have to get that Marine back behind the wall. Not sure if he can. Pylon goes up in the front. He's going to try to break down that wall with the cannons and open up the front door and try to get into the base. We have factory number 1 and 2 on the way. As you can see, factory 1 comes up way earlier than factory number 2. Might even go over factory number 3 if he feels feisty and aggressive. Marine in the middle there almost goes down. Going to try to kill the probe. Kills the probe, but the cannons are on the way. The Marine, I think the Marines are kind of locked in their base. They can't get back in. So he's just going to run around in circles and try to get information with the SCV and the Marine. Get them into Tack's base. We have a Cyber Core on the way. They're back at home. He's on 1 single gas, not on 2. The Marine made it in. SCV made it in. There's no cannon in the back. We have a Vulture on the middle. The Vulture could actually... Oh, the Vulture gets caught. Vulture gets killed. Oh! Almost never ever will you see Brain make a mistake like that for the Vulture. Almost never ever will you see him make that mistake. So we have the Marine there getting into the backside. Cannon on the way, almost finished up. The Marine might kill 1 probe. Maybe it will die to the... It dies to a probe. Doesn't kill 1. It dies to a probe. So now a lot of SCVs pull to the front to make sure that the supply depots don't go down to the cannons. That is costing Brain a lot of money. That's 6 SCVs not mining minerals. That's a disaster. That is a disaster for Brain. Tack still being very aggressive. Build more pylon on the middle. Gonna probably proxy a lot of stuff on the middle. Got a robo here coming up back at home in the choke. There's no cannon in the choke because why would he need a cannon in his choke when a cannon is in Brain's choke? It makes sense. Now I'm going to try to take down that supply depot as the SCVs return back home. It's going to be difficult to repair that with supply depot. Supply depot goes down and there's a hole in the front. But the Zealots decide against going in because the SCVs are kind of blocking the entrance point. He could go in. He could go in. He could go in if he wanted to. We have 2 Vultures, 2 tanks, 4 Marines at the bunker. Vultures on the side, microing, trying to kill whatever they can. Gonna snipe the probe. Job well done. Cannon on the way there on the middle. There's 2 more probes in the middle. The Robo's double Robo. Wait, double Robo on the middle. Citadel of Adun back at home, actually. 2 cables in the middle there to make sure the Vultures can't get in. This is very high level stuff. Both players are adjusting and adapting to each other with every single step they make, and they're making the correct choices. Probe number 2 there goes down the middle as well. Candidates get finished up, but there's a tank shooting on the cannon. This proxy mid base is in danger. Vulture gets surrounded. Tack is not paying attention at the moment. He's doing all the stuff here back at home. Vulture's on the middle of the map, fighting back. He's going to have to close the front yet again. So he cancelled the gateways in his choke earlier, but has to rebuild them. Because, well, Vulture's around in the middle of the map. And the proxy base on the middle is actually going to die. He's going to pick up some Zealots. He might fly them into Brain's base and force Brain to retreat back home with some units. But yeah, this one, the middle is going to die. It was very aggressive from Tack. Very aggressive, but Brain played that situation perfectly. But now, Zealots are coming into the base. 2 tanks will spawn just on time. Vultures are retreating back home. 2 more factors on the way. Got a second command center. He's on 28 SCVs. And he kills 1 SCV and picks the Zealots back up and flies them back home. Back home, we have a Templar's Archive on the way. We have no scan, no engineering bay. It's on the way, though. Bay is on the way. 3 Dark Templars in production. 2 of them finish up right on time. He's going to shuttle them into Brain's base. The Brain is placing mines on the side. You will see that shuttle flying across. You will see the shuttle flying across. And he's attacking Tack's choke at the same time as well. I think that our Templars will save the choke in the base and kill the tanks from Brain. But now we've got Dark Templars inside of Brain's base. Brain is in trouble. No detection. anywhere to be seen. He's placing mines. Mine explode. Ooh, kills 2 of his own SCVs as well, but the Dark Templar goes down. There's one more Dark Templar on the scene, picks it up. Gonna try to fly it onto the SCVs and have a mine trigger, but the SCVs run to safety. Mine does not kill his own SCVs. That would be a disaster. He kills Vultures with the Dark Templar. Oh, he's gonna try again. He's gonna try again. He's too far away from the mine. So he's just gonna kill SCVs, which is great as well. He's also delaying the mining. Oh, he almost killed this side. He almost killed that side. Very close call. Very close call. Almost got it. I think if he killed that side of SCVs, he would have probably won the game. Because at this point, losing 8 SCVs, in addition to everything he already lost, would be quite devastating. We now got a turret in the back. Turret being built in the front, under the barracks, so that's going to be hard to spot. Dark Templar unloads, only 1 unloads. Walking forward, 2 unload. Does he have any more of them? Walks to the front. Gonna try to kill the SCV in the front. No, not on time. Dark Templar is detected. He's getting surrounded by mines. Gets taken out by the mines. So one more Dark Templar walking forward. Gonna trigger 2 more mines. Gets taken down as well. The Dark Templar stuff is delaying and distracting Brain, but it's not really doing a lot of damage. Not really doing a lot of damage. Goliaths arrive. Anti-air unloads the Dark Templars. Goliath's under attack. Goliath walks to the mine. Explodes on his own Goliath. Explodes on a Vulture. The Dark Templars are still alive, somewhat. 1 is 2 on low HP, 3 on low HP. Going after the factory. Now we've got an army there on the top. We've got a starport there coming up from Brain. He doesn't have a choke, but doesn't need one at the moment. We have a lot of gateways coming up there from Tack. So yeah, he's going to try to delay the starport because a science facility would then be built. And the Dark Templar explodes to the mines. The mines have managed to save Brain's life. Mines are important. You saw it right there. They can do a lot more than just keep units away from your base. They can also save your base or kill your own SCVs. There's a chance that can happen as well. We've seen it happen with Burgasasu, where mines killed his own SCVs and they lost the game. It has happened. It has happened before. So Tack, despite losing a lot of structures on the middle and losing his choke once, is in a pretty good situation where he's ahead of Brain. But knowing Brain, he's the kind of player who can survive with very little. It didn't work last game. But it can happen this game. Brain definitely has units in position that will allow him to survive the aggression from Tack. And Tack has played pretty amazingly well so far. I'm impressed. I mean, it's Meppo. Meppo is extremely good, so I'm not surprised, but I am once again impressed with his level of play. 1, 2, that's 8 assimilators. Wait, that's 7. 7 assimilators. It's hard to count. 4, 9 gateways. That's number 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, he's ramping up his gateway production on double robo. No zealot speed yet. I'm gonna fly in with a drop. It's 4 shuttles, 5 shuttles, 6 shuttles with High Templars, Zealots, and maybe other things in between as well. Starts loading on the scene. SVs have to run to safety. 4 High Templars storming all over the place. Gets almost no SCV kills. It's truly a miracle. He went from 57 down to 52. Everything is on very low HP, extremely low HP, which goes to show how close that was. If Brain had lost or had been inside the storm for maybe half a second more, those SCVs would be dead and gone. Double scan coming down on, well, single scan coming down there on Tack's choke. Sees buildings being thrown down. They're on the side. Did not see this proxy base there yet, but there's nothing here anyway, so that's nothing to be worried about just yet. At the moment, Brain is progressing quite nicely. He made a medic, so this is a huge and important detail from Brain. He knows that his SCVs are low HP. Most players would not land the barracks and make 2 medics to heal them up. This is a huge, huge game changer. You can bet that in the future, the next drop will hit the SCVs but a lot of SCVs will survive because they got healed up by the medics. That's going to make a huge difference. This is kind of dirty. Using Dragoons to shoot across the hill to kill turrets, it's dirty, it works. Drop comes in, flies in, raids are overshooting the shuttles, goes in, SCVs are running to safety. Does he have any storms on the scene? No, no storms on the scene. Oh, he stormed, but he hit the wrong side. Okay. So most of the SCVs, once again, do survive. You split them up in two directions. One group to the top, 3 groups to the right. Frontal attack that happening is breaking through. There's actually none to break through. There's just walking right in. Sniping the shuttles. Shuttles on low. Templar on the scene. Templar storms. Templar too far away. This one hits him really hard there, though. But once again, not a lot of kills. Killed 6. Brain is getting a lot of lucky breaks with almost losing a lot of SCVs, but not quite. Only losing some of them. Currently, he's also getting those upgrades. He's on 0-1. He's got 4 armor. He's getting every single upgrade at the same time. Whereas we have Tack currently on 1-0-1. He's got 2 forges, not 3. Getting air armor, air attack. Getting stargates there on the side. 90 probes. His economy is booming through the roof. Once again, Dragoons on the side to push these structures away and maybe kill some of the turrets. Tanks are being placed on the bottom to make sure that the Dragoons will get killed if they get too close. Just like that. Using the Observer to get vision across the high ground. Using the Observer, pretty smart use. He has Observer vision range. Might get Observer speed in the future as well. Another drop there being loaded up in the front. And yeah, he's getting carrier capacity upgrade. A 3rd forge is now on the map, getting armor. He's getting shield, weapon, armor. Yeah, Tack is progressing really nicely. And I'm impressed with the amount of pressure he's able to put onto Brain and make Brain literally fight for his life. Brain is holding on for dear life. He's trying to not let go because this will decide the future of his game. Big shuttle drop comes in over the top. Raids are responding just on time. Gonna snipe the shuttles, hopefully just on time, and nothing. Oh, the Templar on lows, but it's too far away. Too far away. The medics in the back there still making sure that these workers can keep on working hard without having to worry about their health. They are in good health. He has his own Medicare, Medicaid, whatever you want to call it. He has a medical support system for the workforce. That's how you ensure a good economy. Take care of the working class. So Goliath's in the front there, rebuilding that wall. We have another little group of pylons being thrown down on the middle by a group of probes. Observers on the middle as well to detect those mines. And we have the carriers on the way. 6 of them at the same time, while also preparing yet again another drop and a small little frontal attack trying to get in, but then he sees that there's way too many tanks in the front and no point in losing those zealots. And he scanned and saw the shuttles leaving. There's no cannons to protect those shuttles. You should throw down a couple cannons. Gonna fly in yet again over the bottom side. Gonna try frontal attack happening at the same time as well, trying to shake down that wall. Drop comes in. Raids in the front. Raids take it down. Yeah, Brain has reached the point where he is on full throttle, giving it everything he's got at the same time. This is when Brain becomes, I'd say, the best player in the world. This is the point where Brain becomes almost unbeatable. This is where Brain becomes almost unbeatable. So cannons being built on the middle. Another huge pylon structure being thrown on the right for probably gateways. So we can gateway switch from carriers to zealots, dragoons, and then back to carriers on the bottom. This is the buy time. When Brain tries to move out into the middle, this will buy Tack a lot of time against Brain's aggression. Now Brain is finishing up his base. He has, that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, probably 20 factories by the end of this. Probably 20. Maybe 18, somewhere in between. We got gateways coming up here on the side. Yeah, Tack is preparing himself for an all-out massive army macro battle. Shuttle out there with courses on the bottom. Courses have observers to take down those raids. Flies over the bottom. Observers are in the back, chasing them down. And here come the raids. And he takes down the observers first to make sure that the raids don't go down. Souls both will taken down by the raids by single volleys. Courses are on the escape, but they don't make it out of there. And the carriers have arrived. There's 8 of them at the moment. Number 9 on the way. He's building Corsairs to take down those raids because the raids are the biggest threat to those carriers. We probably need a shield battery proxy somewhere. Maybe on the bottom, maybe on the middle, maybe here back at home. That's cannons. So he's starting to protect himself from the potential counter attack from Brain. It's coming anytime now, because Brain has not lost workers for quite a bit. He's been mining peacefully for a bit, and he has level 2-1 upgrades on his tanks, almost on 3-2. He's maxed out as well. Scans the map, checks the middle. That's not a lot of cannons to fight through. That's not a lot of cannons. He goes for an EMP so he doesn't have to siege up. Very smart move. Double EMP. Oh, that's smart. That's smart. That's very smart. Saves him a lot of time pushing through the middle, but he sieges up. Carriers reveal themselves. We have the Razor on the side ready to join the party and fight against the carriers. Observers arriving, Corsairs pushing forward. We got the Goliaths flanking there from the side. And the observers in the sky to, of course, give detection. Goes into Brain's base, goes in very deep. Goes in all the way. Raids have mostly been taken down. Going to try to take down the command center. Brain is going to try to repair the command center. Can he do it? It's only 9 carriers. The repair is happening, but not quick enough. Will it turn around? It's going down slowly, very slowly. He gives up on going for the command center because the raids are taking down the carriers and the Goliaths are coming from the back as well. While he's pushing into Tack's base there in the back. Yeah, the command center gets saved. Very clutch save. And the carriers all get taken down. Now we do have this gateway proxy base. You can switch into the gateway units very quickly and flank from behind. The tanks are pushing forward though, very dangerously. We got a small little shuttle army being picked up to unload on top of the tanks. Goes in. Carriers have retreated. Only 2 of them have survived. The raids have gone down. Templar in the middle does not get a storm off. The Zealots go down before any tanks die. Flying it from the side. Goliaths are coming from back home to join the party. We have a huge gateway base here not being used. He's not using the gateway proxy base. Oh, we're in danger. We are in danger. We've got 3 carriers operational. We got Dark Templars on the way. Zealots being built somewhere. We've got level 3 attack or 2 attack on the way for the carriers. Level 2 attack on the way for the carriers. There's level 2 armor, level 2 shield. Almost level 2 attack. Huge army from Brain setting up in the middle of his base. Turrets are being built. Proxy gateway base not being used yet. It's still not being used. It might be too late. It might be too late. Maybe Brain has already won the game. Losing all the carriers with that very greedy push into the command center. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it does not. This was one of those times where it did not work, and it immediately backfires. Losing a lot of carriers, his main fighting force, allows Brain to just pull the trigger and go for the home run, the Hail Mary, and just push until the end. And he says a couple of things. Chogosu man. Oh, Chogosu man. He said Chogosu man. And yeah, that is how Brain very quickly, within only 2 minutes time, pushes to the victory and makes Tack his bitch. Although in the previous game the opposite happened, he's going to try to go for a counterattack with the mass gateway army. He's going to try to catch him by surprise. A lot of Goliaths are back at home. The Goliaths will not be enough to save his hide. He's going to try to make this work with a huge backstab attack with his proxy gateway army. Carriers coming from across the map, joining in as well. Goliaths are being sent back home to take down the carriers. Carriers are getting focus fired. Zealots on the ground. Zealots attacking. Goliaths defending the best they can. More units are being built. We might see those tanks retreat back home as well to try and save the base, because this could just end the game. Goes in quite deep. Everything it spawns is dying. Goliaths coming from the back. Dragoons. Actually, Dragoons have 2-2-2 against 2-3-3, so the upgrades are slightly better there for Brain. No observer, so the carriers cannot fight back against observer arrives, but most of the carriers have been taken down. The last one gets taken down as well, but the cores have killed the remaining raids. This game is getting a little bit closer at the end. than I thought it would. We have a lot of Goliaths on the way. SCVs are moving to the choke. Tanks are like taken down. There's a couple tanks remaining. He's building factories in this proxy base. He's taking over Tack's base, turning it into his new base, because he might lose the main base, or at least that's what he's thinking. SCVs are retreating and going to this proxy base. He's going to build a command center here and start mining from here. This is very interesting, quick thinking from Brain. I don't think he has to do that though, because it looks like Tack is running out of steam, out of minerals. 1 probe remains, no minerals in the bank. Dragoons are coming in. Tanks in the back are spawning. As more tanks spawn, this will be a GG, because the Dragoons can simply not get on top of the tanks. Call CG, and Brain wins game number 2. Very well played game by both players, but Brain managed to persevere with a little bit of luck, but mostly and largely a lot of really high skill gameplay. So that was it for today. Hope you enjoyed game number 1 and game number 2. Score is 1-1. In the next video, we will continue on with this best of set and see who of these 2 legendary 1 vs 1 players will take home the victory. See you soon.